can feel it in the air. Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be a good day.
I'm starting to really believe that communication is the key. I think communication is the key. We need to start communicating more. Let's just start communicating more. Let's have more.
Yo, Team Jackson, it's your boy Ty.
It's your girl Shara.
And we're back with another video. Look, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell. You'll be notified every single time we drop a video. Shara gonna tell you what we eating, and we gonna eat.
Okay, you guys, we are eating salad today and some fruit, and we have some biscuits, some Red Lobster biscuits right here with some plant-based cheese in it. And you know, we're just keeping it a little healthy. We got some gold.
We got some mushrooms, and these little, you see these things, they're fruffalo wings.
Fruffalo wings.
So to be
avocados in
avocado,
it. Carrots,
everything.
Some of everything.
Cucumbers and whatnot.
Yeah,
and we're going to be using some French dressing. So we're going to pray, and then we're going to go and get into this. Father, we want to thank you for this food we're about to receive, for the nourishment of our body. In Yeshua's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
So you can start using that one. I'm gonna use, well, let me see what I got first.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use this one because it's almost gone.
Yeah.
And then,
What is going on, people?
what up out there, y'all? Y'all see we got this higher. I think I set it up a little too high. But we really want y'all to see the food because, you know, some of y'all really adamant about seeing the food. Mm-hmm. And so we understand, I mean, you know, doing mukbang, that's what it's about. So we'll be a little uncomfortable to make sure you guys see what you want to see. Mm-hmm. We appreciate you guys watching and your support. We really do. So let me. Oh, so you don't need no dressing on you?
No, I'm good. I'll just add it later. I never mix my salad up.
Well, I'm mixing mine. Like I got so much stuff in it. Your little fruffalo joints, y'all. I'm wondering how that's gonna taste.
It'll taste good.
Some little vegan wings. Are they vegan or vegetarian? They vegan, right?
I'm vegan. Mm-hmm.
So what's up with you today?
Nothing.
I ain't seen you.
Working hard. Your eyes are hardly working, but I work hard.
Don't say in my eyes now. Don't do that. When I say that.
Sometimes you're like, you ain't working.
Nah.
Yeah, look, this is what he does.
It used to be that.
This is what he used to do. He'll call me, and he hears my keyboard.
Clickety clacking and bangity banging.
And then he'll be thinking, I'm like, you think I'm sitting on my keyboard?
I already done told him this before. Half the time, y'all, because I watched her, once she started working from home, I like come sit by and watch what she was doing.
He understands.
You know what she was doing? No, I'm going to tell him what she was doing. Half the time, she hitting the backspace button. So, it sounds like ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Then it's ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Most of that's like, I typed the wrong thing, let me backspace.
See, you wrong for that.
You need to bring yours closer to you, you good?
Yeah, I'm bringing it closer to me. I do need more dressing, though.
Uh-huh.
I do.
You got some over there?
Okay. But yeah, so he'll be like, I'm like, who gonna sit there and be like, oh, my husband called, let me act like I'm working. So I'm like, shh. You know, I mean, I'm working. Whether it's backspace or not.
This is high.
It is high.
If it's high for me, I know it's high for you.
Mm-hmm. It's high. I feel like a little girl over here. Like,
Can you handle it or need to change
I can handle it.
I was hoping we could take a quick pause. A lot
We
coming
can take a
on.
quick pause. Yeah, we can take a quick pause. Wait a minute. No, it's good. I don't want to do it. I want to finish my food. I can do this. I can do all.
We got
things.
some, what is it, Follow Your Heart cheese on here?
Follow your heart cheese. Yeah, I have no cheese on my bottle. Good though. You put some
I
on
put-
mine? Oh, I see it. Okay, I see it.
Mushroom. These were left over from that veggie joint we did.
I heard something.
I did too. It sounded like the door open.
That's what I thought.
Wait, I think it's Marco.
Okay. You hear the babies in the background. This is good. We have goals, y'all. We're pretty much doing a lot of prayer today. You know, we're minimalizing what we're eating.
I'm struggling.
And we're trying to meet our goals as far as health goes.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, so.
So instead of cheesesteak tonight, we decided we'd do this. But I'm also trying to reset mentally and spiritually. You know. I am gonna touch one of them Them biscuits though. That'll be our wrongdoing.
I had to throw biscuit in there.
I guess that'd be better than like I said, a whole giant Philly from somewhere.
Yeah.
The fruffalo thing kind of good. You might should have put some in here. Got a little bit of spice on it.
No, I want no fruffalo.
You don't like it?
No, I'm fine. I just don't want none right now.
I just need to do some spice to make it a little different. Especially if we end up doing this multiple times this week.
Yeah, because we have to change it. You're right. You do have to change it up. Okay. Hope everybody's having a good week. A great day. And if your day wasn't great, tomorrow will be better.
That's right.
Today we're going to talk a little bit, y'all. Have a little topic. Excuse me if I sip some water.
Avocado.
Look, y'all. What I'm going to ask Ty, because Ty, he don't know what I'm going to talk about today. So
I really don't.
he has no idea, so I'm just going to bring it up. I guess the question is an ultimatum a good thing or a bad thing in a relationship?
Why should be springing this stuff on me, y'all?
Look, it's an ultimatum. Does it help the relationship, or do you think
Off the
it
top of my
hurts the
head,
relationship?
an ultimatum I think may hurt the relationship because you may get to a point to where you're doing something you necessarily don't want to do, just because it's an ultimatum, right? So let's say when the ultimatum is initially presented, then it may be cool then, for whatever reason. But later, maybe not.
Because what if somebody says, hey, we've been dating for 3 years. If we don't get married soon, we're gonna I'm gonna have to break up with you because we're not pretty much meeting each other's needs at this point. Is that a good one or a bad one?
I mean, it's a bad one because the person may end up going through with it just because of those. Maybe that's what I'm saying. Like,
But is it good for, what about that person that really wants to get married? Will they just settle and say, you know what, he doesn't want to get married, so I just won't get married, and I'll just live with him for another 3 years?
Well, I guess ultimatum is a good thing from if you look at it the way I'm thinking now, because it's like if somebody had put that on me, it may just be a thing where they just let me know this ain't the person for me, even if it really was the person for me. So I would say it's a bad thing either way, because you're not gonna really get the truth. Both parties are not gonna be able to be 100. So he may do it just because she wants him to do it because he loves her, or he might just say, "I'm just getting the heck out of this because I don't know where this is going." But she may have been the one for him, and vice versa. I don't know.
I think the basis of the ultimatum is to like forewarn somebody in a way. So he'll already know that her intent is, if I don't get married in the next 6 months or whatever time frame she says, because it's mostly us that does that. That's why I'm saying she.
Well, you know.
It's mostly us that does the ultimatum thing, especially when it comes to marriage. It's like almost like letting him know.
So you think it's a good thing?
I think sometimes it is, because it tells him where she is versus 6 months later he don't do it and all of a sudden it's a surprise breakup. Well, you didn't marry me. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at it more like a preparatory thing.
Yeah, but what if he has certain goals in mind that he wants to meet before he starts a family, and then he don't meet them goals by that 2 years, and then she still pulled the trigger? I mean, I just think.
I think that's a good. I think it's to me. When I look at ultimatum, I look at it more like a negotiation. Now, some people don't look at it as a negotiation. Like, for instance, if you're with somebody that's just like, look, I don't want to get married right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think some people just want to know where they're going, if it's going anywhere. I think that's why people give ultimatums sometimes, because they feel like it ain't going. Like, okay, I've been with this guy for 5 years. Because, you know, a lot of people be together like 10 years and stuff like that, and they never get married. I think some people just want to know, like, okay, are we ever going to get married? And that opens the door for the guy to be like, okay, well, you know, I don't know. But you're right. You just feel like there should just be a discussion about it. There shouldn't be like an ultimatum.
You're like, if we don't buy this, I'm moving on. That's kind of like, if that was done to me, let me tell you what I probably would do if I really cared about her.
What?
I would probably say, okay. But then from that day on, start trying to mentally pull myself out of the relationship.
Oh, really?
Because I wouldn't want to end it right then if I really love her.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just do that. You don't want to feel that. But then, you know, I want to marry you, but I just don't know if it's going to be.
But y'all don't like pressure, though.
Well, maybe that's what I'm saying. The pressure will probably make me say, I got to eventually pull out of this. Or, I mean, for some people, it might make them say, hey, let me go ahead and get married. I really don't know. That's a great question, man. This is a great conversation. That I mean, you know, you always springing stuff on me, so I don't have time
to think about
it.
But I mean, I just look at it. It's like it can be looked at in so many different ways. Cause you can look at it and you can be like, okay, like for instance, you tell me like, look, I'm not gonna say you say this, but you be like, look, Shara, I really want to be with you. I love you, but you haven't been showing me. You haven't been spending any time with me. Mm-hmm. Every time I call you, you don't have time to talk to me, and you don't. So if nothing changes, because that's an ultimatum, believe it or not.
Okay, I hear you. Keep going.
If nothing changes, then we're gonna have to end this relationship, or I'm just gonna have, you know.
Well, I like that though, because it's like, okay, now he got a chance to either change something or stay the same, and you know, move on.
That's why I look at it. I look at it as like a chance.
I'm looking at it from a different. Well, there also have a different.
There's ways to look at it, because you're looking at it from, if it's an ultimatum with pressure, like we need to get married. Like some people are like that. They're like, we need to get married. We've been together for a year. We need to get married now. That's an ultimatum. Right. But then there's another version of the ultimatum that says, look, we've been together for a year, and I really want to get married soon. And then let's say the guy's like, look, I want to finish getting to the place I want to be in my career. And so let's wait for a year. That's like, then she might be like, okay, cool. I just, you know, to me, it's more like I want to know.
But my point was, if he didn't get there in a year.
Yeah.
I mean, is it love? Or is it? I'm just like really thinking about this.
It's hard to say if it's love or not, because you know, I think a lot of it has to do with values too. Like some people, they'll say never get married because it's not a value to them. Their value is just being in a happy relationship.
Right.
And they never want to get married, and they're cool with it. But then you have some people, they don't know that, and that's what's kind of crazy about it. Some people will know it at the beginning that they don't want to get married either, but somewhere along the line, they change. They say, well, I want to get married now. But they already established at the beginning that they weren't going to get married. And then, and then now what do? It's like, now you want to give an ultimatum when y'all decided at the beginning of the relationship that y'all weren't going to get married in the first place?
That's interesting.
It's just different ways to look at it, though. I just think it's like, we're looking at it like, if it's a gun to the head thing, that's not a good thing.
Well, you about ready to give me an ultimatum?
No.
You got one on deck?
Yeah, if you don't put that toilet seat down, or else. He puts the toilet seat down.
Do I?
One time I almost fell in. Now, that was one time. One time I almost fell in.
That was a long
But
time.
he doesn't do it every day. He just, I did almost fall in one time. And it feel, y'all, ladies, don't it be cold too? You be almost falling in that
So you
thing?
had to hit the water?
No.
Or just
The seat.
How in the world you fit in the toilet?
Because it's that porcelain. It's like the toilet seat is like a.
All that good junk in your trunk. I want you fit through there. I'm just playing.
It's just a different material. Like a regular. I don't know how we get on this subject. Like a regular toilet seat is
Ultimatums.
made different. Because you have like the wood and a different one. But but the part on the bottom, that's cold, like porcelain or something like that.
Yeah, I know you
So
mean.
it feels different. Okay, no water. Okay, just porcelain or whatever it is made out of. Porcelain.
Did you get tongue tied?
Oh my goodness. But y'all,
That's a good question, though.
I think ultimatums are good as far as letting the person know where you are and what your intent is. But if that person, but at the same time, I think an ultimatum should come with a compromise, I'm gonna say reasonable compromise. You should be able to compromise like for instance, if you've been together with somebody with 5 years, unreasonable will be with him like, okay, we can get married in 5 more years. That's a little unreasonable. That's a long time. But if he says, let's wait a year, I'm building a business right now and I want to, what I'm saying? Like, it has to make sense. That's all I'm saying.
He might say, I want to be married and just leave.
What is up with that?
I'm not saying that like in the neck. I mean, she might do it. It might be the opposite way around.
It might be.
You come up with these questions, man. You be thinking about when you be driving.
Sometimes I be thinking about stuff. Sometimes. But one thing I do want to bring up, if you do make an ultimatum, and when I say gun to the head ultimatum, I mean like like you're pressuring, you can set yourself up for failure too. Because if you're pressuring that guy to get married, he might marry you, but then he might resent you because he wasn't ready to get married in the first place. But the only reason why he did it was because you kept at him about it. But it's a very careful thing. You gotta be real careful.
That's my
with it.
biggest point.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with it. I think you should establish your needs and your wants, but you gotta be real careful on how you get it.
And some people just flat out pushy though. Like
Every time y'all go out on a date, y'all
even
go ring shopping.
beforehand, I think it's a red flag if you say, I wanna y'all just start talking. And I want a family. I wanna be I'm like, slow down. Like I understand what you want, but it may be with you if I grow a little bit more, but I'm good. I don't think I want to go out with you no more.
When y'all first meet, she tell you her ring size.
Oh, now that's just really. But I'm just saying, even with, but I guess it's okay though, depending on your age. Because if you think about it, at your age now, if we won't marry, I'm sure you'd be upfront about kind of what you want out of life.
I would be upfront about it, but I don't think I'd be pushy about it.
No, not pushy.
Yeah.
Just let it be known, like, letting it be known may scare somebody off alone. So I'm just saying, but I think that's legit. Like, let it be known, like,
I want to get married.
I want to get
one
married.
day.
I ain't even saying you. I'm just saying I want to get married one day. I want a husband or I want a wife.
Yeah.
I got
Just
it.
having that conversation. So that way you're not wasting, because we're at an age now, we don't want to waste time
Right.
at all. It's like if we don't have the same interests, it's like there's no point in even continuing on. So that's where we are. They talk about the different age brackets and the differences and what happens at certain ages, but the older you get, you're like, man, I don't have time to be just wasting my life away, so every minute counts. So,
That's a good conversation.
Yep.
We'll talk about it more off the record.
Okay.
It may be something we, you know, end up helping somebody with one day, because I'm sure a lot of people experiencing something like this.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've ever experienced it, whether it was good or bad, or you gave it or you received it, just comment down below. Let us know. You know, a good, healthy conversation.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So you ready to sign off and then just finish this?
Mm-hmm.
Do our thing?
Go ahead and sign off. Yep.
All right. Well, let me finish mine.
Finish chewing too.
Well, you beat me, so you will have.
Okay, you guys, thanks for joining us. We appreciate every single one of you.
We do, always.
And we thank you for stopping by. But we ask that you subscribe, you guys. Like,
We need it, y'all. We need
share, and comment. And please click that post notification bell so that you'll be notified every single time we post a new
y'all. We want y'all
video.
to see these videos. You dig?
Yes.
We appreciate y'all. So, we roll. We appreciate y'all hanging out today. Team Jackson, peace and love.
I'm starting to really believe that communication is the key. I think communication is the key. We need to start communicating.